this. We are in Australia. Category: People and Blog. Do you think that's the right category? You got auto and vehicle, comedy, education, entertainment, film, gaming, how-to, music, news, non-profit, people and blogs, pets, science, sports, or travel and events. People and blogs. I thought about putting it on education, but when you do that, it comes up with all this like, what type of education is it? Academic system. So I think this is more like for teachers who are making videos for kids in school, because you got to put like what year level is it for, what course is it for. Angelo's University of Get Good. I feel like that's wrong though, right? But I don't know. No, but I'm talking about stuff. It's like a show and tell almost, like. But I don't know. People also, I don't know, promotion. I don't know, whatever. People on blog. Did I even go live? I don't think I even went live. Oh, come on, YouTube. Yeah, so that says I'm not live. And this says public, save, public, done. Okay. I think we are live. Let's check the volume on me. Let's check. Yep, that sounds alright. On you guys can hear me. Cool. Let's pop the chat out too, actually, while we're there. Pop out. Cool. Close all this up. Okay. So, what are we up to? System block. Have a little sip of my drink here. It's good. Okay. Everything okay up there? Oh. Right. So what we probably want to do is just assign a job. So the crew here. So underneath orders, let's give it a new private. It's probably going to be an enum, to be honest. Be the easiest way of doing this, I think. What do we got? We've got panels, modes, and a bunch of shit. I think we do need an enum. Called stations. And we can basically just copy our data from ship. Let's move this onto the other screen over here. And then I can just write all this down nice and easy, right? Actually, we don't need system power. We just need Is captain even a station? It's not really a position that you can assign someone to. It's more like I don't know what you call it. It's like in Star Trek, right? You never see Picard assign someone else to be captain. I mean, he might temporarily have a like number one, but so let's just leave that out for now. And do everything else. Navigation, tactical, helm, communications. Oh, I've got a comma. Medical. Oh, nearly there. Right, quarters and galley. Last one is cargo. Oh, and can't forget length. Now here, just give this guy a station. Guess we'll call it assigned station. Don't forget the S. Right, so crew. When we update our render position, update our grid position, update our sprite. If orders do the order. Now, what we probably want to do is say, if we have no orders, if this is less than or equal to 0, don't know why it would be less than 0, but maybe it will be. Then if assigned station is not null, then maybe this is actually not such a great idea to have an enum. Because if we do it this way, there's going to be no way of telling. Let's say we had 2 stations on the ship, and 2 different crew are assigned to the same job, but we want them to be at different stations. This will not be able to determine which station they should go to. So to be fair, I think this would be better as a system block. Hey mate, how's it going? Now, I'll boot the game up so you can see what we did yesterday. Yeah, pretty good. Got some work done on this crewman. So we make a quarters panel now, and you can select different crew. And then we can tell them to move around. And he's got collision already finished, so if I like made a little box here, oops, I've just told him to move there. Go over here, buddy. So if I were to make this like all armor, and then we try to move in here, if I select him again, so we get this message. What is this? Ingvar cannot find a path. And that's because these are solid. So right now he can sort of, like you saw, he just walked through space. That was a bit weird, but yeah, eventually we'll have a better spawning system. This is just like a test guy right now. And he's got like queuing as well. Like, so if I issued a bunch of paths, like if I go click diagonals here, it will like queue up all those commands instead of just doing one at a time. Which is kind of cool. Yeah, so right now we're just setting up jobs. So these guys can actually like have an assigned station, and then if they don't have any orders, they will just head back to their post. So if we right click on a block, that's a system block, we want to set our selected crew. This probably needs to be public. Unless we can make, actually, let's make a public function called like set job. It's a bit weird. Set station. I'm just going to call it assign station. Oh, what's going on with my spelling today? Assigned. What? So just because you're missing a bracket? Yeah, okay. Cool. So if we have an assigned station and we have no orders, then we probably want to like move, I guess, to the station first. So we want to issue a move order, I guess. Maybe that's not the best way to do it. Let me just think. So if orders is none, and you have a station assigned, if we issue an order to move, this is going to get cancelled. Then it will move again. So probably what we're going to do is first check if we're actually at the station. And then if we are, then we'll just do the station. And if we're not, move there. So, probably want to get the grid position of this. Yeah, that's what I was going for. Prison Architect sort of style graphics. Mainly because I'm really bad at animating feet. I've tried to do it in the past and it doesn't work out. So we're going for feetless in this game. I don't know, I think it looks alright. I'll definitely add some animation to his head. So like when he's moving, his head will kind of bobble left and right a little bit. Alright, so let's check if our assigned station grid position equals. So if this is our position, then we don't need to move. Yeah, kind of like an illusion of I don't know what you'd call it, just like more dynamic movement, I suppose. Whereas right now, the guy is like pretty rigid. He just sort of is, he might as well be a block, you know, there's no real animation to it. Select a crew. Didn't I just... Assign station to be this. Yeah, cool. So if you right click on a block and you have a guy selected, then that guy will get this station assigned to him. And then for our crew, so if we're there, we'll do something here. This is like working at station, right? And then else we need to move. So else we'll issue a orders. We'll probably want to add order actually. Add order or give order. What do I call it? Give, yeah, give order. New move order. I think this just takes a crew, which is this guy. It's the one we want to move, and we're moving to assigned station dot grid position. Yeah, you can suggest anything you want, man. I mean, if I add it, it's another question, but you're welcome to suggest stuff. I appreciate it. I think that'll work. And let's just put a system out here to make sure this actually works. Working on station. So we're not actually going to see anything. Yeah, I definitely like that idea. I was planning to add a few um like non-physical entities, just like have little shooting comets and stuff every now and again. But I think it's a good idea to have ones that will have a hitbox that could collide. That would be pretty cool. I have got an asteroid belt out here, but these don't have any collision on them. And they're also kind of locked into an orbit. So we could make it so that like when you fly through this area, they're kind of hard to see. There they are. You know, you might need to avoid them, find the little gap and a safe path through, but something to think about for later. Let's bring up the quarters panel. And what we need is a little icon. This is not the right thing. I want quarters panel. Yeah, this one. So next to our guy's name, we want to have an icon that shows what his assigned job is. I think we just want to make a quick little icon, I think. Like a HUD. Is that what I called it? Might have just been a HUD image or something. Graphics HUD panel. No, not panel. HUD image. Yeah, is what I called it. Okay, let's give this a go. So what does it need? This needs a parent. This is your parent and position. So this position is going to be right next to our guy in the list, which is actually down here. So we probably want to set it after that. And go like, can I just call get position? Yeah, I don't, if I do it this way, it's going to be a pointer, whereas I want a new vector equal to that position. Otherwise, they're going to be tethered together. So we'll have to go new vec to I think. No, surely it's a 2D. Set. And then if we set here, button, render position. Let's make a quick little getter in HUD button. Let's just get one line function here, public vec 2D get position return position. Cool. Now in here we just call get position. Like that. What are you upset about? Did I forget something? I think we must have missed. Oh, the image. Right. No kidding. So that's going to be our the job. So, shoot, we probably won't need an if statement here actually, because if it's null, we're going to get a null pointer error. So if game state dot selected crew assigned station. Oh no, not assign, assigned. Did I not make a getter? Yeah, definitely. I have added some black holes in, and same with like quasars and stuff. We can go have a look at one. They don't really have any they just work exactly the same as the sun right now though, so they don't have any like interesting gravity or anything. But if we did a quick little helm, and if we made a navigation, here's one. And they're damn like near impossible to see. You pretty much have to turn the background off. Yeah, there it is. Like if you have the background on, you basically can't see it. So I don't know. We could have a cool like accretion disk, which is I think where they have like for a ring of falling debris, which gets illuminated as it kind of gets closer to the black hole. So probably just animate that pretty easily, which wouldn't be too hard. Right, so if our selected crew, if he has no assigned station, public system block get. Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Get assigned station. So we just want to return the assigned station. Simple enough. Now this guy should be able to use that. So get assigned station. So if this is not null, so if we have a job, then let's draw an image for that job. What's the problem here? Is it just this line because it's not finished? Yeah, cool. So then our HUD image, we'll call it image, job image is probably a better name, equals game state selected crew get assigned station. Can we just get the image from here? That would be great. I think we can. Oh, that's so good. What am I missing? Why are you mad at me? Void? But this isn't void. Have I done something really dumb here? If I get rid of this, that works. So what's wrong with this? Change return type of set. Set doesn't have a return type. Yeah, it's void. So that is really weird. What if we do it outside of the function? What if we just make it like a vec? 2D job image pos equal new vec2d set. Oh, maybe I have to do it like, yeah, probably have to do it like this. Set, and then put this in here. Put that in there, and then this should just say get rid of all of this and just write. And now it should not be angry with me. Cool, thanks Java, even though I'm pretty sure what I wrote was exactly the same. But that's okay. All right. And then we need to add it so we can actually see the thing. So add comp job image. Else, let's just do nothing. All right, let's see if that works then. That could be an issue with my internet. I haven't got like the greatest internet here. We can't get Oh, hey Skrillex. Yeah, we can't get wired internet here, which is pretty annoying. So we have to have like a internet. What's it called? It's called like what's it called? It's called fixed wireless. Yeah, so what was this error? We got a null pointer. If game says select a crew is null, yeah, obviously. So we want to make sure we probably split this up. So first check if there even is crews to select. So if this is not null, then let's put some brackets here and move all of this inside of that if statement. And now we should be safe. Rightio. Let's get a quick little quarters happening. Let's pick our guy, get him over here. And let's try and set up a job site. See if we can get him working at 12:27 a.m. You must be in the States somewhere or something. Now, where's this thing? Let's just, I suppose any of them will work. Let's try environment. Did that work? I think we got something. We've got a square. Doesn't seem like we've got the right icon. But he definitely has a job, so that's good. All right, let's just reposition this button to begin with. So that's this vector, which we set to be our button position, and then let's just add, can we add, yeah, doubles. So add 0 to the y, and maybe like 150 could be good. Probably resize this thing as well, actually. Yeah, I only added that in this morning, the jobs. So it's just sort of getting finalized now. So the idea, you should be able to assign your crew to work at any station post, is the plan. So like when we power some systems, so if I added like a helm, so right now it's unpowered, it's inaccessible, and then if we connect it to our reactor with a system block, you can open it, and that will probably work the same. But when you go here, if you say like issue a command, right now it just like goes. But probably what I'll do is change it so this will check to see if you actually have oh, I didn't build an engineering panel, so we can't open that up. But it will check to see if you have crew working at that station. And then if you don't, it will just pop up with like a little notification here saying like, you must station some crew at the helm. It's taking kind of a long time to get back. Here we go. Yeah, so back in here, we'll just select our crew on, we need a crew quarters thing actually to do that. Quarters. So we pick our Willard guy, and then we just like right click on the tile that we want him to work on. So in this case, it would be helm, and then he will just head over there and start working at the helm, unless you issue like other orders to it, obviously. I'm getting a lot of errors here, so that's probably something we should look at later. Right, so yeah, so we're gonna have environmental systems and oxygen too. Yeah, the galley, yep, so that's all gonna be in there. You probably won't have to manually feed your guys. I think I'll set it up so that when they're hungry, they'll just go to the galley and feed themselves. Um, but yeah, if you don't have a galley and your crew is starving, then they're going to be upset. Another big part of it is actually going to be like psychological welfare of your crew. So like back in here, I've not set any of this up yet, but there's just a button for it. This button here is going to be counseling. So if you have, like in Star Trek, how you've got like counselor Deanna Troi and stuff, and she kind of keeps all the crew from getting at each other's throats. So if you had like a counseling, that needs to be powered. And then on here, you would assign like a counselor to work there. And then if your crew have like psychological issues, in the same way they need food, they'll probably just automatically go to counseling to get treatment. Right, so we set our position. Let's quickly resize. This actually, I think I can just set a variable here for size. New vec2d, we'll make it like 20. Actually, 20 might be a big. Let's go 16 by 16 pixels. And then this was wrong, wasn't it? This image is incorrect. So we get our assigned station, which is a system block. Now we don't want that. Where is this? This is rendering a system icon here. Where does it get this icon from? It's just called system icon. Does that exist inside of block, does it? Yeah, okay, maybe. Buffered image, yeah, it's in block. And it's public. So we should be able to call it from here if we just go system icon. Okay. If I could click in the right location. Just add in a little quarters and come on, Frank, get back to work. So now when he gets here, it should add this icon to there, and that will mean that he has successfully gotten the job. Okay, so clearly something went wrong there. Oh, you know what went wrong? This didn't get updated is what went wrong. He does have the job though, so that's good. And we actually should be able to just give him a different job too if we were to say like, we change our mind and we make a helm over here or something. Helm, and then we're like, yo, Frank, get on the helm, buddy. Frank, come on, Frank. Okay. And now if we close this and open it, yeah, that's worked. Right. So all we need to change is the quarters panel, which is what we're looking at here. This needs to get init every time a crew gets a new job, I suppose. All right, catch you later, Selena. Um, Now, when do we add our thing? That's handled by the block. I think it was system block. Yeah, so when you get right-clicked, you check if there's a crew, and then if there is, you give them a job. Now, this probably just needs to init, doesn't it, right? So we just call quarters panel init. Oh, I didn't even realize it was you. Oh, I've been meaning to reply to your text for ages. I've just been super. I quit my job the other day as well. I don't know if I told you that. Yeah, I didn't really quit. I told him I want to leave. Yeah, full-time unemployed. Yeah, more like it. Um, yeah, like obviously that's the dream. If I'd like to get this sort of to a state where yeah, catch you later. You have a good day. Yeah, I'd like to get this to a state where I can work on it full time, and have like an alpha or a beta on Steam or something would be pretty amazing. Um, but I think we're at least a few weeks away from that still. We've got to get all these systems done, got to finish this crew off, and I really want to have combat in the game before we go alpha. Because I think combat is just going to be so fun. I'm not sure what either of those things are, Itch or Game Jolt. Never heard of it. Is that like some sort of other like Steam alternative or something? Is this not static? That's dumb. This should totally be static. Just make everything static in here. There's like absolutely no reason for this not to be. Clear. Ooh. Ooh, actually, maybe there is a reason. Because if I make that static, that's going to clear everything. Yeah, no, okay. This is fine. All we need to do is go to our HUD and make it static in here, which it possibly already is. Cool, yeah, it is. And then we can just call they're basically Steam, but in a different way. As a pack of games. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll check it out. I know that Steam has quite like a like they used to have that green light thing, but that's gone now, and they actually check games that are published on there quite thoroughly, which obviously isn't a problem for this because it's a genuine game. But I don't know. They probably have a bunch of like standards that I would have to meet in the program, like security standards and stuff, which is kind of irrelevant because this is a single player game, at least at the moment. We could theoretically have multiplayer, but I don't want to do any networking programming just because I'm not good at it. So we'll start with solo, see how things go. Yeah, so hang on, back in our system block, we were just doing this, and we just call HUD quarters init. All right, quarters, and who have we got now? Get out of the way, GeForce. Brian, come on down, Brian. Yeah, that works straight away, so he's got the job. Yeah, so because this is in Java, in theory, it can be released on any platform. I mean, in practice, it's a lot more complicated than that. But yeah, theoretically, you could play this on any device that can support Java, which is basically all devices. Um, yeah, I think multiplayer would be fun. It definitely would. Hang on, is this work? That's actually already working. See how he's tracking back there straight away? That's because that's his job. So if I get him to walk over here, that is that's great. I forgot we'd already done that. Okay, now it doesn't say that he's working, which is a little concerning. Let's look at crew. So yeah, he should be working. This should be getting printed. So this obviously runs. Blinded by the virtual sun. So all these planets and stuff, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but these will all be animated eventually. I just don't want to spend time right now animating. But so this is just a static sprite, but it'd be really, really easy to change this to be a dynamic sprite. So it'll just have a list of frames, and then every, I don't know, sixth of a second or tenth of a second or whatever, however many frames you have, it will just update to the next one. So eventually I might just get like another artist like a professional who's actually good at drawing graphics, to make a series of like 10 frame animations or something for our planets. And then each of these could have like, it wouldn't be a simulation of rotation, but it would be like a visual representation of rotation, which would look good. It would look like the planets are turning and stuff. All right, so why isn't this printing? So if our science station is not null, which it's not, if our grid position of the job is equal to this grid position, then we should be working. If our order's size is null, which it is, make the Minecrafts. Look out, Notch. We got a new up-and-comer. Well, so in terms of, I can open it up. I'm just get Paint open here. Uh, so planets. Where have I got planets? Satellites, I think I called them. There's quite a lot here. Just opening up like 10 documents. Okay, so this is like half of our planets. There's another bunch of documents. And basically the way it works is each, so these, you can tell the difference. These are ones I drew. I just did a circle of blue and then just added some brown and green. And these are ones I just copied off of like NASA. These I all drew, and all of these I drew, except for that. I didn't draw that, obviously. That's a photo. Yeah, and when it makes a random planet, so the way it works is it makes the universe. I'll just show you real quick. In game, right? We come in here, and this is what does everything. If I could even find it. Where do we make our universe? So here we declare a universe, and then here we make a new universe, right? And this makes a bunch of sectors. So right now we're only actually looking at one sector. You could have an infinite number of sectors because it only loads in one at a time. So you really can travel as far as you want in any direction. And then, so our sector contains a bunch of stars. They're called celestial objects because they could be like not a star. It could be a black hole or a wormhole or something. And then each time it makes a new star, it generates a random system based on the parameters of the parent. So like a black hole, for example, doesn't have a lot of planets and stuff around it. It has like low system fertility. So when it generates its system, it will only add a few planets. And when it adds those planets, it basically just takes a type. So different stars have different types of planets that are likely to spawn around them. Like if you have a yellow dwarf, you get quite a lot of terrestrial planets. I think you get oceanic worlds and probably a mix of some different stuff. Let's just close that. And then, yeah, so once it's decided, like, okay, there's going to be a gas giant next in the system, it comes to this sheet, and then it just picks like a random one off of here, and it just says, like, okay, this is going to be the gas giant for this system. where a person can eat like Gru did. Is that from Guardians of the Galaxy? I don't think I've seen that one. So anyway, we can close some of this now. Just close everything to the right of that. So our job worked, right? And then we had this bug where this wasn't getting printed. So let's figure out what is actually happening here. Let's just system out print line station position plus grid position X, or probably have to format this a little bit, which is kind of annoying. Plus this, plus station dot. Oh, why can't I type station dot grid position dot Y plus close bracket. All right, and copy this and do the same for our grid position. Crew pods. Okay. Yeah, I really want to add away missions eventually in the science panel. And then you might have a similar display like this grid, for example, but it could be a planetary, like show you what's happening on the surface. And you could control like your crew on the surface and issue commands. You know, there might be a rock over here and you want to see what's behind that. And you send your crew over there to check it out. Maybe he gets ambushed. Yeah, I really think away missions are. I mean, honestly, my kind of vision for this game is basically to create like, Picard, the game, right? Not like the show as such, but just the immersive feeling of like I'm the captain of this ship. What I say goes. The crew are kind of my responsibility and my lives to do with as I command. No, I didn't even mean to make that. We need a crew. Quarters. See, I don't know if you guys noticed that there's a bug here. See that? When I click a button, it's double clicking. It's like clicking the button and the thing behind it. So that's a bit annoying, but I'll fix it later. Okay, so let's just ignore these errors. What? It's the same. It is the same. Okay, so you know what is the problem? Oh, dang it, I've just closed the whole program. Just bring Eclipse back up. There we go. All right. So the problem is this is wrong. What this is doing is seeing if these two vectors are the same. But what we actually want to check is if their location is the same. Lost in space. Yeah, I think you'll have possibly like communications from Earth, and let's say, they want you to go ahead and do a mission, or they need you to investigate something, and then you decide, oh, I don't want to do that. And if you maybe like disobey the orders from Earth enough, perhaps they kind of turn on you. Maybe they look at you as like a pirate and you've stolen this high-tech new ship from Earth. And I don't know, maybe they send out missionaries or something to bring you back in. That could become part of the game. So yeah, there's heaps of directions you could take with it. Different little narratives that could be developed. So all we need to do here is just say, I think what we might actually do is make a new function in vector in vec2d, I believe. Right, we'll just make a public boolean equals, and it takes a vec2d. Now we're going to nuke you in space. Yeah, exactly. I feel like that would be cool. They send missiles after you or something. Maybe they build like a big moon laser and they're trying to shoot you down from the moon. I don't know. You could do anything. Public boolean. So you take a vec. Right, and we just want to see if vec dot x equals this dot x and vec dot y equals this dot y, then let's return true, else return false. And now back in, shoot, where were we working? I think we were working in crew, weren't we? Yeah. Grid position equals grid position. I'm just going to comment this out because I'm pretty sure this is going to fix it. Quarters. All right, who have we got? Umberto. Get over there, Umberto. Working on station. That is exactly what we're looking for. And if he leaves, it stops until he heads back. Oh, that happened because we gave him a new job. And this is also wrong. So it says he's working at a station that doesn't have power, so that obviously shouldn't happen. But our test definitely worked. So if I just add a couple blocks here. All right, Umberto, you work at the helm or you work at quarters now, and then if you leave, you stop working, you're doing whatever I told you to do, and then you're like heading back to your job. One thing I did notice actually was when he's heading back, if I issue him a command, it doesn't override. That should like override that command. Should cancel his path. But that's a small change. Oh yeah. Well, I'm not sure what time it is for you there because we're possibly in different time zones. It's like right now for me, it's I think about 12. It's about lunchtime. Right, let's quickly fix this power thing because that's kind of annoying me. And then I think we're going to fix the crew animation. And then I might take a little break after that. So let's see. So this works, obviously. We just need to, if you're there, let's actually check if that system has power. So if assigned station is powered. Yeah, that's a thing. Cool. Don't you love when you make stuff and you forget you have it there? Is powered. How's Australia? It's okay. We just had a big government change. We got a new government in, so that's good. Our last government was pretty bad. So hopefully these guys are a bit better. As far as the people go, it's pretty good. You know, you get a few like jerks, but I think there's jerks everywhere. Yeah, me too. Yeah, we had a really bad government for like the last 10 years, and they pretty much like tripled the national debt, so that's obviously not good. Anyway, what was I testing here? The power thing, right? So if we make a actually before we even test, there's a better thing we can do here. We can do this a bit better. If so right now we just set in quarters, we set it to be powered by default right here. But what we probably want to do is, if it's powered, set it to that. But if it's not, then don't set it to that, right? So like, I think what we need to do is just make a buffered image. IMG equal to this, right? Oh my gosh, just select, please. IMG equals that if we have power. So I might actually just declare this on one line, and then we'll say if game state dot. Oh, wait, is it game state? I think it is. What we just set a signed job, didn't we? Pretty sure. Game state selected crew dot assign station. No, not assigned. I keep getting that. Assigned. Get assigned. So I need to type get next time. Assigned station is powered. Right? If it's powered, then we do this. IMG is equal to this. Else, oops, not cut. We want to copy that. Else, so if we don't have power, then IMG equals system unpowered, which seems pretty obvious, right? And then back in crew, yeah, cool, that's already done, so that should work. The layout also gives me Nimbitus. Never heard of Nimbitus. Is that like a space, like a similar thing to what I'm making, or? So let's make a quick test. Quarters. Might change the name of that to crew quarters because I always look under C for it, and then it's like way down the list. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. Yeah, so now if we get our guy, Carl, but Carl. So that is obviously really bad. You can't see that it's, you can see there's something there. That's the unpowered version. Now, I have a sneaky suspicion if we connect this with system power, it will not update. So if I were to go to engineering and we make this powered, yeah, see that? So that's another problem. But yeah, that works obviously now. That works. It just doesn't change if this gets power post. Like if he already has the job there, and when he got the job, the system didn't have power, and then it gets power, he doesn't know that it is then powered. But anyway, I think that'll do for now. We'll just quickly do this animation for the crew. But Carl... It's such an old video. Stabbing people kills them. Going to Candy Mountain, Charlie. Yeah, Candy Mountain. Right, so where is this controlled? This is probably in Sprite. That thing we started making yesterday. When we move, blah, 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 update position. So maybe we should handle this in crew. Because I think this actually does the moving. Yeah, move up, move down. So when we move up, let's, I suppose we just set the direction, right? So we go, crew, sprite. Oh, that's static, right? We want crew sprite like that with a lowercase. And I didn't even call it crew. I just called it sprite. Deer, set deer, directions up. I'll just copy this 4 times, 3 more times. 1, 2, 3. Okay, up, down. Oopsie doopsies. Left. And right. Please just, there we go. All right, man. Have a good one. I might be gone when you get back. I'm thinking about getting some food too. So we need a quick little quarters. Hey, it's working. See that? How he's like, when he heads left, he sort of looks left a bit. And then if we go up and down a bit, he should look up and down too. So he looks down, yeah, he looks up, and he's looking up when he heads that way. Wait, did that actually work? I don't think moving left worked. Oh no, that does work. He's heading off. He's going to turn around, yep, he comes back. If he goes down, he goes up, yep, that all looks pretty good. So when he goes up diagonal, he just goes up. And when he goes down diagonal, he just goes down. That's because we only have 4-way animation, so really you should have 8 directional sprite. And then up, right, up, left, down, right, all have their own unique direction. That's how I've done things in the past. But because these sprites are so simple, I think there won't be very much difference between like this and heading left or right, for example. It's pretty similar. Oh, shoot. Keep closing the wrong thing. Now let's just quickly add some bubble to this guy's head. So if we move up, probably if we're moving at all, I think. Let's just have a think. When we move, we probably just want to have like a tick that increments and then base our position off of that increment. Like if we went a private in, we'll call it bubble because it's a fun word. And then like if we move at all, let's just like bubble plus plus, maybe plus plus, bubble plus plus, bubble. Actually, you know, I think this is gonna have to be a double. Otherwise, we're just gonna end up with really like jarring animation. So we'll make this a double. We'll actually set this to be -4. No, -3. 4 pixels is probably too far. Yeah, actually, to be honest, 3 pixels might even be too far, but we'll just start with 3. And then here we go bubble. Let's make another variable, a private double called bubble speed. Set that to be 0.1. And then this is plus equals bubble speed, right? And now, what? Speed? Why do you hate me? What? Oh, because I wrote booble instead of bubble. Oh dear. Yeah, I think I'm almost ready for a break. Okay, so bubble plus equals plus equals plus equals. So when we're moving, we're going to add some bubble. And then when we draw our head, so this will probably need to be public. I'm thinking. It will also need an update function. Public void update bubble. Right, and you just say if bubble is greater than what 3, +3, then bubble equals -3. Cool. So we're just gonna have basically a oh no, this is already this. I've realized this is wrong because what this will do, it'll increment and we'll go head is like to the left, it'll come across to the right, and then it will teleport back to the left because this will reset it. So what we actually want to do, so we plus equal our bubble speed, right? Which is positive. But if we get to 3, then we want to set bubble speed. Yeah, we don't want to make him barf. Yeah. No, we set bubble speed to be negative. Bubble speed. So we invert it. It equals. Make sure you type the equals. And now, can I not do this? Did I write booble again? Oh, I got a capital B. Yeah, so if we're greater than 3, let's negative, and then we head the other direction. And if bubble is less than -3, then then let's negative again, because negative and negative will be a positive. Okay, so we should get a number now that goes from -3, increments to +3, and then it should increment back, and we should get a little sway. So then we can offset our, whoops, save. If we go, where's sprite? I've lost the sprite. Is it in this little thing? Crew sprite. In here, when we render our head, so not that. Oh, I'm such a doofus. I already made a variable for this. We called it head anim offset. So perhaps what we want to do when we update this, actually this will work fine. So all we need to do is go to make a public function, public void set anim offset, takes a vec. No, let's give it 2 doubles, otherwise it's going to be annoying. I'm just going to have to make a ton of new vectors. Double x, double y, and then we just keep it as 1 line actually, and let's go anim offset. What's it called? Head anim. Head anim offset dot x equals x, and head anim offset dot y is equal to y. So then in our crew, we just go ahead when we have done the bubble, then we want to set sprite dot set anim offset. So our x we're going to set to be our bubble, and I think y will do bubble on 2. We'll get half as much vertical movement. Let's make sure we call this, otherwise nothing's going to happen. So this will update bubble, this will handle that, this sets our offset, and then our sprite will take that offset and apply it to the head. So if we move, now we should get, you can see already his head is in a weird position. So I might set that to be 0 if he's standing still, instead of like with his head kind of cocked off to the side a bit. Oh, shoot, that needs power. Let's power that, and then get Axel. Yeah, Axel. Oh, he's a gangster. Look at that bob. For some reason, when he goes diagonal, he gets really bobby. It looks a bit silly. It's like he's got some sweet bangers on. Yeah, Axel. Let's see those moves. Mm, mm. That's also weird. He doesn't animate if he's just moving left or right. Axel. Okay, so obvious problem. What we need to do is set this to be 0 by default for one thing. And then see, I don't get why that didn't work. Because when we move left, it still applies bubble. Bubble still gets incremented. That's a bit weird. Crew. Oh, we got Magnus. That's a nice name. So when he moves right, he animates. Okay, and now he's animating. I didn't change anything and now it works. So that's either a bug or I'm not sure. All right, he definitely is moving his head a little bit too much though, right? Maybe we should limit this to be like 2. That's a bit better. And I've just realized I know why this is happening. Because when we move down and left, it actually calls one function and then the other. We don't have like a down left as such. So I might need to redesign this a little bit. And let's just say we had like a new function that was like a public void move without a specified direction. And then you give it a direction in here as a parameter. Directions dir, right? And then you take that dir and you probably run a switch through it. So like switch on dir. And then we could say for missing case statements, right? And then we could have up, down, left, right, and probably control this a bit better. But what actually moves our guy is the move order. So when you give your guy an order, it just gives him one of these, and this actually tells him to move. So let's... Actually, this will be pretty quick to change, I think. If we just make this, if x pos not equal 0, and y pos equal 0. So this is if we're just moving in the x, then let's either let's parent dot move dir direction dot right. Yeah, I think this is going to be a better way to do it. If, so we just need to make sure we put this if here, if xpos is greater than parent.move. If it's not, then let's do that one. Probably just say else actually, because we've already checked that it's not 0. So else move parent dot move direction directions move to the left. Okay, so now we check y. If so if our xpos is equal to 0 and our y I just realized this is wrong too. made a big stupid mistake here. Because we need diff, not pos. We want x diff equals x pos minus right? Because this is this would never work. So we want difference. Y diff. Make sure that says y, not x. And that needs to say y as well. Okay, and then, so if our x diff is equal to 0 and our y diff is not equal to 0, then we're going to move in the y. So probably just copy this, change everything to be y. Y. Right, and then this needs to be up and down. So if our y pos is greater, then move down, because down is positive for us, and move up. Else, so if, do I even need an if? Because if we get to this point, either they're both equal to 0, or they're both not equal to 0. So if they're both equal to 0, then I guess we do nothing. If x diff equals y diff equals 0. Can you do a triple equals like this? It's a bit stupid. You should totally be able to do that. Because otherwise I just have to put like an and like that. Yeah. Right, x diff equals 0, y diff equals 0. So if this is not the case, probably just do not equals in here. Keep it clean. Then we want to move a might actually not use that. Because it's kind of irrelevant. Right, all we really need to know is if x diff is greater than 0 and y diff is greater than 0. Let's just think if then we're going to be heading, if the difference is positive, we're going to be heading down left, down right, I think. Then parent dot move down right. If they're both less than 0, then this should be up left. If if x is less than 0, but y is greater than 0, then we're going up right. And then by elimination, obviously, this must be the other one down left. Not down left. All right, comment out these things. Okay. So back in our crew, just get, or maybe actually instead of getting rid of these, let's make them private. And then we can still use them like this. So now if we get down, we go move down, right? And break. If we get left, or move down left, sorry, move down, and we move left, and then we do this one time, we bobble. And break. Right, so down right, move down, move right, bobble, and break. Move left, bobble. We forgot to bobble here as well. Need to bobble everywhere. You know what? We actually don't. This is stupid what I'm doing. If we delete this, we can actually save ourselves a bunch of retyping by just doing that outside of the switch. And then all we need to do in here is just go like move left, which is so much more sensible. Length actually should not be a thing. Move right, move up. Right, move up, and you get a move left. Oh, we've already got a break. Just bring this up from the next line. Move up. Move right. And let's put in an error here just in case. System print line. Right. I think that will work. This does our bobble. This handles our move. So we should see no difference, except the head will be animated at the same speed, no matter which direction. Oh, that's what have I done? We've made a big mistake here somewhere. I feel like we didn't multiply something by 16. We also really need this line of code. I don't know why that got commented out, because that was a mistake. That is super important, that line. If we don't have this, then we never remove our node, so it doesn't know where it's up to. So that probably was just that. Okay, so clearly that's not a problem. Move order. Time is it? 12 o'clock. Oh, let's just read through this again. So we make a node from our path, and then we multiply that by our block size to get the pixel location. Then we set our difference is equal to this point, which could be like down here, minus this. I think that's correct. If this is move left, move up. If x diff is greater than 0 and y diff is greater than 0, then move down, right? Yeah, that should work. Because this does exactly the same thing. Except this needs to be deleted, clearly. And that sets our direction, which we probably actually will move up into this part of the function as well. Yeah, let's definitely do that. Then we can control this a bit better. So if we are up, we're up. If we're down, we're down. Right, but if we're down left, let's actually use left instead of down. So I think that will look a bit better. Right, and obviously left is left. That should be left too. And this should be right. Right. Okay, and delete this and this. So it's like looking for a path, I think. It's not finding a path. Which is weird because I didn't change. Um, oh, you know what? I think I know what it is. Yeah, this isn't removing it, so it's moving one block and then it's not removing that node. If our xpos is equal to our parent position, let's have a quick look at what these actually are. Xpos, ypos. Oh, I missed a plus. Whoopsies. Copy that. And what's this? This should be this parent position. Hey, he's back. How you going? Just had a weird bug where our crew is not moving correctly. So, can we just hit pause? What are we seeing here? So this pause y 0, pause y 0. So we're stopping 0.75 shy of where we're supposed to be. Oh, nice. Chicken and veggies. How much are we actually moving by? When we increment, yeah, we move 0.25. So what's happening is we're stepping 0.25 into the tile, and then it checks and it says, oh, I'm in the tile, like just, and it stops. So this, in our thing here, in our move order, this needs to be a double. This needs to be a double, and pretty much everything here needs to be a double. Because we're getting a rounding error is the problem. These ints are getting rounded incorrectly. So now, if we get our guy, he should have no problem. Oh, what? Why are you still stopping at 32.25? So what do? We say parent pos x is less than our destination. So this should be pos x is 32. And this is 33. So this would have been 33 minus 32.25. So this should have been 0.75, which means, so y did not equal 0. That didn't run. It should have ran this code because x was 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm probably getting ready to take a little break here. I think my brain's getting a bit tired. Y pos greater than parent position y, which it is. It is greater than that. So why is it? Move down. Else. Move up. X, so x pos, if it's greater than this, move to the right, which is correct. What are these values actually getting set to? Xdiff. Because yeah, there's something weird going on here. Yeah, this definitely is the longest stream I've ever done. Quarters, right? Now, hit pause. Where's our diff? So 0, 0. How can you be 0, 0? Are these not getting cast to doubles or something? I bet, is this actually what's happening? Oh, and I'm so retarded. I had this casting to an in here. Oh my god, that's so silly. Yeah, these are the kind of mistakes you make when you're getting a bit tired. So now we should not have any problems with our guy walking, and his head animation should be like totally fixed now. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, nice. And he's got a nice little head bobble. I mean, obviously, it's not perfect. We'll probably tweak it a little bit. I think it, yeah, it's kind of a little bit too far to the left. Okay, where are you going, buddy? No, Ichabod, where are you going? Ah, damn, that's not good. All right, well, there was definitely another bug there, but I don't think I'm going to fix that for now. Not exactly sure. I'm just actually, I can't leave it just like a nagging bug like that. I find that really, it's just going to be bothering me. Just take one quick look at that. Quarters, right. Let's go, Ignacio. Hmm. Yeah, it's pretty weird. It seems to be working fine now. I don't know what I could have clicked on, but yeah, I can't get that to repeat. There we go. It happened then. Okay, so what was that about? There's I've got upright backwards. I must have upright backwards. So when we probably in move upright, move up, move right. Yep, so there must be a problem with this move order. Oh gosh, why did that just happen? Here. Uh, X diff. So this must be what, down left? And this is upright, maybe? Maybe I just got these backwards. Maybe add like a dot and it has a line. Yeah, like in Prison Architect, when you tell a guy to move somewhere, I'm pretty sure it shows the path, or there's a like a overlay that you can click that shows the path he's going to take. And that would definitely be a good thing to have, not just for debugging, but also like you might just want to look at the paths that your guys are walking along. So having a little button you could click over here maybe that just swaps into like path view mode or something. I also really want to add like a power mode because right now you can't, unless you know that system blocks are conductors and these are not, then you don't really like you can't see which blocks are powered and which blocks aren't. So you should be able to click like power view and then it comes up. Like same deal in Prison Architect, you know, you get a view that shows you where all the conduits are. So we'll probably have a similar thing like that. Yeah, it's fun to talk about features, and then when you get to adding them, it's like, oh, it actually becomes challenging. But that's all right, we'll get there. Just got to make sure and add things like that are self-consistent, so we don't get weird bugs. Yeah. Anyway, we'll just see if this movement's fixed, and then I might take a break and get some food. Come on, Paris. You can do it. Yeah, that's I just had it typed in the wrong way. And now his head's got a pretty it's not great, but it just shows him a little bit of like dynamic motion. Anyway, we can improve on that later. All right, well, I think I'm going to call it a day. So thanks for watching. I'll probably do some more streams in the near future, and we'll definitely have more update videos coming out with new features and bug fixes and things like that. So yeah, got a little bit to look forward to. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Yeah, thanks, mate. You too.